What's good, y'all? It's Wander on Epiccw, and we're here for the final track build. This is the end of an era, the end of multiple eras, actually. So if you guys don't know, if you're not aware, I do videos over on Epiccw. It's a collaboration channel with me, Curtis, and Curtis' fiance, Emily. We also have another guy, Nathan. He's been making videos with us on the better part of 2025, but he stepped down just for a little bit. I don't know if he's coming back, but they have a lot planned for 2026. Definitely go and show support because they'll still be making content after I am gone. So go and subscribe and watch some of those videos on there. But in today's episode, we have a track to build. That is the goal for today. We have to build one final track. Now, I've built hundreds, I believe at least 300 tracks in this game. All of it, are maybe almost 300, maybe 250 something. But I've made a lot of tracks in this game. It's over 100, it's over 200. And, I've had a really fun time racing in GTAs. It's basically equivalent to the length of time that I've been playing Pokemon is doing GTA, more specifically on YouTube, but just overall. And I'm kind of running out of ideas, not gonna lie. So we're gonna find the right spot, we're gonna find the right props to put down, and we're gonna build this track. I've already built a lot of tracks here by the beach and the amusement park. I built a lot of tracks over here in the marina. Tons and tons and tons of tracks at the airport. We don't need one at the airport. This has always been an interesting little section here, but it's way too confusing for me to do anything with. Had a couple of tracks over and around this area. It's kind of difficult to make all that work. Had a few tracks in here. This is a nice place to create some tracks. It's just very hard to get props down and to build using surface road that's already here. I'm just flying around and seeing what I can use, what parts of the map I haven't used for building tracks because I really don't have any ideas here. I really don't. I've used a lot of water and islands for tracks before, so I don't think I want to do that today. Penitentiary. Eh. Eh. Done a lot of races here. Grapeseed and Sandy Shores. Don't think we need another one of those. This could be a cool little area using the tunnel, maybe. This could be a cool area. It's just with the mountain being here, it's pretty difficult to kind of put props down and around. But I definitely want to use this tunnel in some way. Can we do that? Can we do that? Hold up. I want to use this tunnel in some way. Extreme. Okay. I want to use that tunnel, but I just don't know how I'm gonna connect track pieces up to it because it's not really that suitable for track building. There's a lot of mountain here, so I can't just take the track off to the right. There's a road here, so I can't just take it off to the left. I'd have to go straight and then do something here. So I think we'll just keep it moving. I don't think here is the right place. Here is definitely not the right place. You know what? Here's what I think we should do. I think we should build in a mountainous area. I think we should build in a place that means a lot to me, a lot to Curtis, and hopefully in the future make more memories with Emily Curtis after Nathan comes back. And that place is Mount Chiliad. I've done so many different things, taken so many different cars, had so many different parties, missions up on Mount Chiliad that it would seem just odd not to have the final race be here at Mount Chiliad. And in fact, I think that the final jump should be here going down the mountain. Or either the final jump should be here or the start should be here. I'm going to do the start here. That makes a little bit more sense. That makes a little bit more sense. So, what do we got? What do we got? uh, can I do that? Let's see. Let's see what this looks like. Oh yeah, we can do that. We can definitely do that. I like that. I like that. It's a hell of a start. So the beginning, this is going to be a, I guess a super long point-to-point race. It's going to be down the mountain. Just got to figure out exactly how I want this to look now, because when you're starting like this, it's a hell of a start. Let's put a track down piece, or. Maybe I can bend this piece up so it's not as drastic of a drop. Just like that. Okay. Now, let's see, there's a decline piece. I don't really want to use that though. Okay. I do like that drop. I think we can go a little bit more with the descent, maybe down 30. No, down 30 is way too much. Down 5 maybe? Oh yeah, that's good. That's good. That's good because now we can kind of even out the track. Let's make a track up piece. Is that going to take 15? Okay. It's going to drop this down. Perfect. Now we're going to curve this back around, facing towards the mountain. I don't want to go too far away from the mountain. See if I can't do... Let's do a track bend bar XL. No, I don't want to do that. I want to do that. I want to do that. I'm going to make that a little bit more of an angle. Make that a 30 and then come back with the track bar large. Okay. I don't think there's a way for me to make this not a point-to-point race, even if I wanted to at this point. Bro, what is going on with these controls? Track bar, medium, large. Oh, let's see how this track races. Maybe it is possible that I could make this a lap race. Or to come back around here. This is actually kind of fun to race so far. Have a nice long section. Yeah. I like this so far. I like this so far. Nice long section feeding back around. Okay. Now here I'm going to do the incline bit. Incline 5 to the left. No, I need a right incline. Preferably 15. Bro, what? Oh, that's decline. Incline is this one, okay. Let's see how that looks. Let's see how that looks real quick. It is good that most of the track is straight. I can spawn basically anywhere without having the car, like, having to be repositioned. This long stretch of straight that leads up to this incline, of which you take air on. I don't like that. I don't like that. How about instead of this then we'll go into a 90-degree angle and then another 90-degree. Although this one will move to about right here. Oops, my bad. Not mean to do that. Okay. That looks good. That looks good. Now, because of this abrupt turn, that should be able to slow the cars down enough to actually have this this incline bit without the driver flying off the edge. That's a left incline. I need the right one. Okay, let's just test this. If we're going full speed, let's see how this would drive. Okay, I think this I definitely need to get rid of, because once you build up the speed up this ramp, it's really too late. You can't really fix that. So let's do right decline. Because again, you're going up that ramp and then you're kind of going over the edge, collecting more speed. In electric cars, it is something that you can go too fast and then just fly off the stage. I don't want that to happen. Like, if you're losing grip in your tires, then that's clearly not going to work, which is what's happening there. It's clearly not going to work. All right, so then what can we do? Could I do the right 5 incline instead? 15, 5, and then right decline 15. Let's see. That is less harsh of an angle. It should also look a little bit better. Yeah, if we have a turn up here at the top, that definitely would work. We can definitely do this. Okay, and then if I was to put... What exactly do I need to make this work here? I need some kind of incline piece. Track up 30. And then what? Track down 30? No, track down 30 is not gonna work. I have to make this a way wider angle. This is not gonna work here. If I can take that out, maybe get a 30 on here. So I need to have it so that it bends around and it basically like comes over the hill at this angle, just head on. So this is still too harsh of an angle. Now I should be able to do it. Depending. 30, that's 30. Yes, you guys get what I'm saying? Like, to be able to have this come back around, it has to be a very, very, very wide angle. So, man. Yeah, we'll do this. And then have it swing. Back around on itself. It's still not wide enough. That's too wide in the opposite direction. So we can do like a medium and then a bend bar XL. Then maybe something like this. A 5. Then we hit it with the incline. Track up 30. Track down 30. Okay, wait. We're almost there. We're almost there. We're almost there. Almost got this. Track down 30. Oh, we can do this. We can do this. We can do this. Hopefully it is not too... Oh, man. I think we could do this, y'all. If it lets me place down the checkpoint here, let's just do it, give it a test. Let's give this a test. Okay. Going under the ramp. Taking a long stretch of straight here. Around the 290-degree turns. Up the hill. I do like how that's not too harsh of an angle and it sweeps back around on itself. Here's a moment of truth though. Going up this blind hill. Okay. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I think we can get away with a 5. I think we can get away with a 5. There's no way we can get away with a 5. Hold on. I'm going to be adjusting this a lot because I want this to be perfect. And I feel like I'm so close. It's going to be a pain to adjust. See, I need to know that if you're going up this ramp at full speed, one, you're not going to lose grip at the top of the hill. Which, I mean, you're going to do naturally. But then it's that. It's that. It's not hitting the little silver part here. Coming back onto the track. So that's just what I'm worried about. I want to make sure that with the Suzume, which is one of the faster electric cars that can build up speed, that at least with this car, it's not going to fly over it. Yeah, see, then it has that, which I don't want to be that guy and put a slowdown strip at the top of this ramp. But, like, I kind of have to because I don't want people coming off of this ramp at full speed and then kind of getting messed up. So maybe just at the top of the ramp, just one very, very weak slowdown strip. So that way you can readjust. Give your car a boost. I think that's a very appropriate sign for the slowdown strip. And you're not going to want to dodge this, so I'll make it go around the entire thing. We couldn't have a racetrack that was not the final episode made anywhere besides here at Mount Chiliad. So hopefully now we have everything set so that if you're driving any car at any speed, you should not have any problems, but we'll see. I'm also going to make these ramps so that you can't just drive off of them. I'll put down pipe or something. It's a pretty basic track, but that's fine. You don't really need anything crazy for a track at Mount Chiliad. It's actually very difficult to build on mountains as it is, just because of the elevation, the trees, the rocks, hills, everything in the way. So, alright, full speed, hitting the curb. Kind of gonna emulate my car online. That's a weak slowdown strip. And it resets you for the... Perfect. That's perfect. That is perfect. Oh, this is actually... Challenger's Peak is what we're going to call this. Challenger's Peak. I really like the look of this and how it just towers over the mountain with the clouds. Oh, that's sick. That is sick. The weather pattern has to be extremely cloudy too, if I can have it that way. Now it is time for decorating the track. So we got everything worked out the way that I want it. I just have to make it so that it's not as ugly as it looks right now. So I'm going to do that. Let's actually see what we can do. Okay. I'm going to kind of do a little of this number. That's actually perfect. That's perfect. Just make this black. I'll sync this here. I forgot that it was a little bit tilted. So that is fine, that's fine. I'll just raise this. Move it out a little bit. Rotate it up. Sync a little bit. All right. This is looking good so far. Looking good so far. So I'm gonna attach more blocks here. If I can. Hello? There it goes. This is basically the format that you have to do for making tracks kind of have like a base to them or a structure to them. You need to build around what you have to build around the track is the best way I can explain it. 23, 28, so that should hook up like this or not. Hello? I want to hook up on this side, but not the other side. That's weird. Alright. Sometimes pieces are finicky too. Pieces are very finicky. You'll run into that. For this ramp, I'm gonna make it a little bit different. And then I think I don't know what I want to do here. These are two different pieces, right? Yeah. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Oh, what? If this game wants to stop being gay. Alright, what I'm going to do is just do this then. I'm going to sync this piece. Have it go all the way back to about here. And sync it once more. Don't think I'm going to be able to do this. Maybe I could do it with these smaller pieces. It's not going to come out properly. Can I build off of this piece going down? I can. That is perfect because I don't need to do anything crazy there. That's a bit of a harsh angle though. It's a very harsh angle. There we go, there we go. That's what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted to do. I'm gonna run out of model memory soon. Anything but that. Anything but running out of model memory. Oh my god. This is the most annoying part of track building is like getting this set up, making it not look stupid. It's very hard to get this part right. Trust me, I still struggle with it now, being a veteran in this track building mode. Like, it's very annoying. Guess that could work. Not that I want to do it like that, but... Yes, I mean, that doesn't look all that bad. Obviously, it's not going to be one color when I'm finished, but... I need to have just the right side secure. Boom, hit the slowdown strips, get ready for the next jump. Oh yeah, this is a cool race. I like this race. I think Curtis and Emily are going to like it a lot too. I just really need to lock in and get this part done, because this is going to be a pain if I cannot like get these blocks right the first time. It'd be a real pain. That doesn't look that bad, actually. Does not look that bad at all. Seeing as like this part doesn't matter. That's better. That's better. That's much better. I think here I'm just gonna put tubes down. So ultimately, up until about right here, it doesn't matter what goes down here. Till about right here. Bro, come on. Okay. Yeah, perfect. I don't like that. I don't like that a lot. This is where it gets very difficult. It's like no matter what you do, it just the pieces don't seem to fit together like you want them to. It's pretty annoying. like here, right? I've got a piece that I need to go flat down, but it's not hooking up right. That's actually kind of what I need. And here it doesn't matter all that much, so I'm just gonna move this piece over. Brilliant, brilliant. And here, like I said, I'm gonna put like a tunnel or a tube or something like that, so I don't have to worry. I'll actually put that in right now, so it's not something I have to visualize after everything's put down. All right, that looks good. That looks good. Looks good. Looks good. Don't think you can see up here, so that's fine. Perfect. Now, let's get the proper slope. Do I want to use a slope? No. I want to use tubes. I want to use tubes as best I can. What size do I have to work with here? That will work on that side. Because what I'm going to do is just put the stunt tubing here. Make it black. Paint it black. I want to see it paint me. Paint it, paint it, paint it black. I think I found a new song for my song of the week for the podcast. Okay. Can I add a tube that bends down? Yes, I can. Let's do 15 then, since 30 seems to not fit right. Okay. And here, what do I need, a 45? Okay. Now, this should be all one level, roughly. So I should be able to easily kind of put that together. Let's see how this looks. Let's see how this looks. If I was up here. I'm not gonna look backwards, but if I was to. Doesn't look bad. Doesn't look bad at all. We're almost really done here. We only have this side and the other side to do. And then reinforce it, but other than that, we're just about finished. I don't want to do that. It feels like there's never a good option. Really just feels like there's never a good option for this. See what I'm saying? Never a good option. Okay. That's fine, that's fine. So we'll go up here. Actually, I could probably fill down with something that's not, it's not a stunt piece, but it's fine. Next thing is I'll go down here, get a giant pad, make it black. Kind of rotate it accordingly. Sink it just a little bit. Perfect. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. That's exactly the piece that I was looking for. Sometimes it actually does go the way you want. And then sometimes it doesn't. Like right now. There we go. Oh, come on. There we go. Can I hook this up to here? Let's see if I can. Super easy. Slide it in. Does look like I can do that. Oh, that's almost perfect. I love when things just come together like that. That's awesome. That is awesome. All right, so on this side, I think what we can do is, I don't like it being open like this, but I also know that like I can't really patch it up any better than this, so we're probably better off starting from the other side. So I've got a lot more that I've got to place down, but not too much space left. So I want to make sure I have everything that I can place down, Still need to reinforce this. So I'm just going to use big platforms from now on. Okay. That is fine. And then we can have this kind of digging there. Get the smaller piece. Hopefully that connects without a problem. It does. Brilliant, 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 brilliant. Awesome. This is really how tracks are built. When they come together like this, it starts to become a lot easier. When I first started putting this track together, you guys saw how kind of difficult it was to get these pieces placed down, but now that everything's kind of in place, it's a lot easier. I think here the best thing to do is use tubes. Perfect. Attach a 45D on the end of that. No, I think I need to add another 30D. Really? Guess I can spin it around, make it work. Yeah, it works. Ah, I placed it down wrong. Hold on, hold on, hold on. I do need to use the 45D. This is not going to work otherwise. It's too sharp of a turn. Okay, and it's a really short. I don't even think we need a tube there. I would like to sink one down though, if I could. World, no. Perfect. So that kind of fits that. I can still put guardrails up on this side, which is something we have to do. But again, for right now, that is set. And now I just have to work on the final bit. Go with the 911 piece. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. I think we will have enough pieces to be able to do this. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Ooh, that's gonna look ugly. There we go. Now from here, honestly, I'd rather just do pipe on this side. sink this pipe down into the ground. Move it over just a little bit. That's good. How does this look? Not the greatest. Not the greatest on this side, but I can fix that easily by just placing a prop down. Easily just by doing this. Okay. Beautiful. And then I think just what can we do here? One more tube. Just run along this side and then one here, blocking this side. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Okay, perfect. Turn all of these to black. So I'm gonna make this gray. So I think the black and gray looks good together. Not that it matters, but okay. Turn all that to gray. Turn this to gray. This is really what it takes, start to finish, to build a track proper. It's not easy. It's definitely not easy. It took me a while to be able to do this in one sitting without having to you know, redo it multiple times or have to come back to it. Like, this is first recording, so it took me a long time to be able to just build tracks off of a whim like this. It is not easy. Hope that some of you watching can take from the lessons that you see here, maybe build your own tracks that are pretty swag. Send them into Curtis to race. Okay, we are now finished with the track. I need to add just a little bit here with piping. So let's see if I can do that. Let's do medium. Let's sink this down just a tad. E. I'm gonna need a 30, I think. Then a 5. Or no, a 15. That way I can have it end here. Then if I can, I'm gonna get stunt ramps. Or not stunt ramps, stunt with barriers. And basically put the barrier track down over the regular track is a little secret that I do when I don't have enough for like bigger track pieces, but I still want to make barriers on parts of the track that need it. This is a perfect example of that. Just gonna do a medium and then expand here. And I mean, it's perfect. Oops, not that actually. Well, no, I don't like that. I'm gonna just turn it a little bit. That is much better. Now we can have the final piece, which would go here. Damn, I didn't mean to do that either. Add the final piece, which will go right here. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Now let's just test this part to see if with all of the added pieces that we threw on, it still races like the track. Oh yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. Okay, all right. Liking the scenery, liking the scenery. I still have to add just another pipe section over here. and then another pipe section here, basically to block off the right side. And then going back down for another lap. Oh yeah, this is an awesome race. I really like this. I really like how this turned out. So we fixed that. Do we need to do anything here? Personally, I don't think so. I just don't like how this pokes out, so I mean, I might put something in front of it, like a like a race building. The area must what? What is it not clear of? That's weird. I've never gotten that message for something like that before. It's not like it's obstructed by anything. That's so weird. Okay, whatever. I'm just not gonna block it off then. That's fine. We come around here and have to fill this in. Change that. Get more piping. Yeah, 30 is the best that I can do here. Sound like Rick from Pawn Stars Dudes. Okay. I'm gonna sink this here. I think that's actually really good. Just rotate it a little bit up more and over. Drop snapping. Okay, and then on this incline, I'm gonna go and put the stunt track with barriers. Kind of going upward best I can here. Now that I kind of mess with the track itself, I want to see how that turn races. Okay, it doesn't really change much. It does change how the track races slightly, but I don't think that's going to make a huge difference. Honestly, so it doesn't bother me. So it does not bother me. I'm going to do this. Just gonna make it slightly angled so that way it does still have the curve to it. While it doesn't really look like I'm doing anything, it does even out the bump. Make it a bit more smooth, like how it was. There we go. And then up for this part here, which is the last part of the track that we need to patch up. What did I say this is going to be called? Challenger's Peak? Yeah. Let me not forget that. But where are the tubes? Here we go. No, we're not local axis. I hate when this does this. All right. Gonna rotate it just a little bit more. Free rotate so that way it can rotate sideways like this. And then I'm gonna push it up. And then downwards. Sweet. Awesome. That's exactly how I want it. We're gonna put the 5 on. Or maybe you could just use a regular medium. Oh, come on, dude. Okay, and then if I can just make the bend at the end here like a 30, have it attached to this, and have it line up without any issues, that'd be great. I'm gonna rotate this. Lift it, and then rotate it one more time. Okay. That's perfect. 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 We're finished. We are finished with the track. Oh my goodness. Oh my damn. Oh my goodness. We're going ham. Okay. Now, I just want to put some decorations on the track, and we'll be done. Yeah, snap into this, bro. Come on. Oh, that is not what we're doing here. That is not. Okay. Yeah, so I want to put some decorations down on the actual track itself. Let's see here. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. We got the Pentagon. We definitely need a bunch of Pentagons. We'll put one right here in the middle, kind of just like laying down. Boom. Then I'll put one circle here. I don't know why. It doesn't really add too much for the aesthetic, but it does look kind of cool. At the same time. And then I think we could put a square here. I like that. I want to put a few blimps, painted signs, race buildings. We really can't put any race buildings down, huh? That's so whack. That's so whack. Is it because it's not like flat perfectly? Because I can sink it down. Oh no, I can't. Huh. Since when can you not have that like that? Whatever. Those are painted signs, stunt special. Blimp. Here we go. Okay, and then I want to have one blimp here, and one here. No, oh my god, it's so far away. One here. Put a bunch of these pylons up. Put a shark one. We'll do a rain. Sweet. I think we're just about done here. I mean, I don't know what else I have to add. Maybe just for the hell of it, a fruit stand. If I can find it, I'll add it. Dynamic. It's dynamic. Because you can hit into it and it causes the fruit to like, yeah, yep. I don't even know where to place these, to be honest. How about right here? Beautiful. All right, and with that, I'm going to save this, Challenger's Peak. Photo. Hell yeah. This is a tough track. Look at this track. This track is tough as hell. This track is tough as hell. Challenger's Peak, that's a tough track. This is a 5-lap race. Available vehicles, nothing besides sports, super. No, open wheel, I'm not gonna be able to use. Nothing besides sports, super, or sports or super. That's it. That's it. Obviously, the Cyclone, not the Cyclone. The Krieger is going to be the main car. Set specific time of day. It'll be, how about noon? Weather. Make it foggy. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This is gonna be fun. Traffic high, set blimp text. Challenger's Peak. Ambient pedestrians, ambient animals. Actually, people might be up here since people typically frequent Mount Chiliad. Let's see. Anti-grief ghosting, yes. Goes to first checkpoint, really doesn't matter. Custom vehicles, open that, yep. Gameplay options, disable wrong way, disable exiting. Placement, place trigger, okay. Here's where it's gonna get interesting. Checkpoints. How many people can we actually have doing the race? We can have 12. Okay, that's fine. And I'll make the checkpoint scale here. Have it go around the bend here into the little fishtail that leads into the turn onto the long straight. Leading into the 90-degree turn, followed by another 90-degree turn, up the incline, and around the bend for the final stretch of the race. We're going to be driving up a long hill. This is the lead up to the jump where you're going to take the... Oh, actually, let me make... Should I make it after the slowdown strip? Yeah. Right onto the top part where you're going to make the jump back, getting the finish line checkpoint and restarting the lap. So, turn on the lobby camera here. Oh yeah, this is a tough track. This is a tough track. Let's test it out. And I love that the fog is just enveloping the track as well. Makes the whole thing blurry. Makes it even more suspenseful to drive because you have clear conditions, but with the fog it makes it more intense. And I think the fog is a lot heavier below the mountain because heat rises obviously, so cold is going to stay at the at the very bottom. So we're technically above the fog or the clouds right now. It is foggy still, but if we were down in at the bottom of the mountain, it would be a lot harder to see. Which kind of makes this even cooler of a weather condition. All right, and that's it. That was the track. Exit test, we're done. Saving your race, Challenger's Peak. And that was it. That, my friends, is how you build a successful track. I cannot wait to actually play this with Curtis, with Emily in the WAN list. We have, I believe, 2 or 3 more playlists coming up. All just my tracks that I've created over the past, over the entire time that I've been playing GTA. And we can add this one to it. Challenger's Peak, one of the last races that I've ever going to create in GTA. And I think that this one is a instant classic. Can't wait to race with Curtis, with Emily, and I can't wait for you guys to watch it on YouTube get built. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'm out.